Which is?
Can't remember what it actually
quickly
stands for. And I've been recently at...
You lead through empathy and those difficult conversations. But sometimes you need to have that. How do you keep the balance between, being the mind, which is very strongly logical, rational, we need to survive, we need to thrive as an organization versus, we need to do good also. So how do you maintain the fine balance? Because, the scales will shift all the time because not all the monies which are coming in are guaranteed and the future as well, now and the future. So how do you see that fine balance being managed and that decision-making process internally and through the consultation as well?
If we're going to lose a grant, to me, there's a reason why we're going to lose the grant. And I think we've got to go and look deeper into why that might be. And sometimes it's because we should never have had it in the first place. And we're being tokenistic and we're ticking a box. And I think we truly know when we're ticking a box and when we're actually trying to work and deliver on outcomes. I would say that I try not to focus on losing grants. I more focus on how do I make sure the grants and the outcomes that the grant wants us to do remains relevant and current, and working with the funding body to adapt the grant to the actual need. I find people... this is my government experience coming in, and that's when, as somebody who might be putting money out there, they aren't wanting people to tick boxes. They truly want outcomes, and so I go back to them and go, if you want me to implement this grant the way it is, I will be ticking your boxes, and that is all I will be doing. Is that going to make substantial change to the communities that we serve? No. And then they will go, how do we change this to make it more outcome focused and more on working with the needs? So then we'll look at everything from the beginning. And I've never had anyone come to us and say, no, we prefer you to tick the boxes than to deliver on outcomes. So I think it's focus on what we're trying to do and focus on not what we think will adapt to the grant. It's more focused on, will that grant adapt to what our community needs? So again, putting the community there. And if we've truly consulted with our communities, and we understand our communities, will be pitching the grant right.
Wow. So much happening within the culturally and linguistically diverse the word. And what's the purest or what's the definition of CAL? Because sometimes there are people who are from Eastern Europe, they speak a different language, people who are coming from parts of the country. So how can, and the mannerisms, the behavior or the culture is very different. And I hate lumping people together as a big lot, because somebody who's coming from South America versus Eastern Ukraine, Eastern Europe, from Africa and from parts of South Asia or Southeast Asia is very different. It's not a homogeneous group to lump it all together. And somebody has thought about that word, and then just to say, okay, this is one group and this is the whole lot, and what do we do? Give them a title? Let's give them a very broad title. And how can a public policy of that heterogeneous group within itself be homogenized?
Yeah. No, it's a really good question, and it's a very frustrating situation. And I think there's used to be non-English speaking background, NESB, we used to talk about cold, multicultural, ethnic. I understand the Diversity Council of Australia has now come up with the term CALM, C-A-L-M.
Which is?
Can't remember what it actually stands for. And I've been recently at a FECA health conference, and it came up there going, should we be saying calm instead of cold from now on? And I actually think people need to be doing some work on defining what this is.
Yeah.
But from ECCQ's point of view, we are looking after all of our multicultural communities, whether they come from Europe, whether they come
Culturally and racially marginalized.
That's it.